I think I should probably just sit back and relax and watch Toad going the fastest thing alive. In this case, gotta go fast, gotta go faster, faster, faster. Enough about that Sonic X reference. Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is I, the one and only Maxi here. Once again, I am back for the likes of the Maxi Toys videos once again. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for some more of Let's Play of Super Mario 3D All-Stars while we're playing through Super Mario Sunshine for the Nintendo Switch. Oh, that was a mouthful. Anyway, so last time we have basically managed to able to complete it by the forms of quite a few missions from the likes of Gelato Beach, and also during that time is the fact that we've realized that Princess Peach has been kidnapped again. So today for this video is the fact that we're also able to continue things on in Gelato Beach by tackling through you know exactly what I say that, because here we go on to episode 8, the Watermelon Festival. I'm not surprised that this mission is back. Which, because, you know, you have to go through a serious amount of cataquacks. All one it though is the fact that we need to find the biggest watermelon of them all until you're able to actually claim this godforsaken Shine Sprite. And because of that though, yeah, this mission doesn't seem to able to go that much better. But luckily, you can able to play this mission on the go, on the Switch, on the handheld mode, so I guess that seems to be the only positive thing about it. But aside from that though, yeah, I don't understand why this is back, so oh well, we'll just have to stick around with it, I'm afraid. But we'll just have to stick around with it, so excuse me, I got something in my throat there, I do apologize for that. So, yeah, as you guys should probably already know is the fact that obviously I've already packed myself for the likes of that particular suitcase, so that way I can able to actually just to go ahead and say this right now, that I suppose that I think I technically already explained about this, and I think Ray also explains that in Mario Party 7 as well, so relatively speaking there's not much else to say. Oh jeez, this particular watermelon physics, especially noticeable just trying to go through there, it always kind of feels a bit wonky. And most of the time though, if you accidentally manage to able to let the watermelon smack onto one of the poles, it counts as breakable. So because of that though, it could be summarized as in the watermelon degradation. So because of that though, yeah, that's the only reason why most people get a lot of frustrations with this mission, especially noticeable that, again, it's bad enough that if the watermelon ever dares gets touched by one in particular cataquack, like that one just shows up right there, right in front of my face, then basically though, the watermelon will break easily. So because of that though, yeah, I'm gonna have to able to try to figure this out though, so because of that though, gee, no wonder why. Whenever I managed able to first time experiencing this mission when I was a kid, I can never, for the life of me, never seemed able to actually get this mission worked out. And it turns out it's just all about just trying to able to shove over that huge watermelon that's easily be breakable for one in particular hit. And because of that though, that every time when the watermelon just gets crushed or smashed, then obviously you get yourselves a freebie coin if you want to able to actually be very curious about that. And well, it's just very underwhelming and also very tedious at the same time. And also, to make matters worse is the fact that, you know, you have to deal with the forms of the red variations of those counterquacks, as you can see. So that means that you only have to deal with one particular damage by yourself if you get flunked by the forms of the red variations of those counterquacks. So yeah, this mission blows. This mission honestly blows, along with the forms of some other ones there too, which I'm sure that most people will already know what to expect. Oh! Oh, third time lucky. Although, to be fair though, the other one, when it's smashed to the poles doesn't count because, wow, it's just a very short walk cycle, so. But wow, third time lucky by able to actually just to make our biggest watermelon over there, so that way we don't need to worry about just able to try to deal with those cataquacks. Although the only thing is left to do now is just try to, you know, God forbid, try to able to balance this watermelon onto that particular boardwalk, which it's not as easy as it looks, but you just have to be very, very patient and also just do a bit of careful controlling this thing, because, well, if you tilt it a bit too far, then obviously you're screwed, and you have to start from square one all over again. So, oh jeez, I'm almost gonna mess things up. Oh, come on. Well, luckily though, I've only got 3 HP left. Okay, come on. Need to get this straight. Oh, jeez. Alright, come on. Just need to get this done. Just need to get this done and over with. There we go. Oh my god. That was a waste of time for this mission. Although, to be fair though, it borrows that element back from the likes of Sonic Lost World in Tropical Coast. Specifically the Wii U version and the PC version, depending on what version you're playing. Basically though, you have to deal with the forms of that particular guiding the, you know, either the apple to the fruit blender, or, you know, the watermelon in order to advance. So, yeah, that's how I can usually just try to think about that particular thing itself. But anyways, now we're done with this godforsaken mission. Huh. But luckily it did took me about 5 minutes or so, unlike most other people out there who I've seen other Let's Plays of. They spent about almost an hour on this mission. Like, jeez Louise, man. But of course, luckily, like I said, that this is on the Nintendo Switch now, so that means that if you're about to be able to take a break or something like that, and try to activate the sleep mode, if you're about to be able to do a break on the job, basically though is the fact that, or some time break, for during jobs or work, basically though you can able to continue where you left off, if you manage to able to activate the Switch as in sleep mode, whilst unlike, you know, the Wii U gamepad, you can't do that at all because you have to get a lot of emphasis on their connection strength in between not only the Wii U console itself, but also the gamepad as well. So because of that though, yeah, gee, no wonder why that Wii U itself has been flopped. So, anyways, let's go ahead and deal with the secret shrine sprites now, starting off with the forms of the red coin challenge on that particular sandcastle obstacle course. So pretty simple and easy when you get the hang of it though. So either way though, we're just have to able to collect the first few from the beginning portion, and then eventually we're able to hit on to the next portion just about not only there, but also just about somewhat there too, I guess. But I digress. So, yeah, I'll get into more details about the forms of that particular, conversation until whenever we get into the, let's just say, if I have to say this right about now, that after we're done with the forms of, Gelato Beach, I'm actually going to be able to decide to tackle through, some of those, shine sprites that has been, usually becomes collectible from the likes of Delfino Plaza itself. In addition to that, though, we'll try to tackle for the forms of some of those secret obstacle courses during takes place in the skies and stuff like that, which I know for the fact that we've technically already come across into one at first from the likes of the Sandbird mission. So either way though, because I wasn't expecting that I was going to save the other few missions for later. So anyway, so that concludes that particular secret shine sprite right there. Very simple and easy and self-explanatory at the same time. So either way though, chances are that I'm pretty much gonna be conquering for this point. So anyways, let's go back in here again, and this time we're gonna be able to do with the another secret shine sprite. And it doesn't matter what missions you go into. Like for instance, let's head back into this infamous mission, and I'm not doing the forms of the 100 coin shine sprite just yet though, because, well, I think I should probably suffice to say that I think Ray has already explained about this ever since in SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated Let's Play. I think I should probably save the actual Gelato Beach 100 coin shine sprite until whenever we're able to get into that huge discussion in the future. And what the heck? Oh, he somehow flinged upwards right there. And there's the actual the secret shine sprite, and oh jeez, that was actually, I have to be honest here, this is a bad idea for able to choose episode 8 on this while dealing with the forms of that secret shrine sprite, because obviously you're much able to not only get flinked most of the time, but also that you will get hit a lot. So, there we go. So yeah, there's the secret shrine sprite right there, which basically we need to find the shrine sprite mark on certain spots, like that one right there. So because of that though, I think you have to do this like 3 times. One of them involves around Gelato Beach, which we've already done. And another one takes place in Delfino Plaza, and another one which does manage to take place in Pianta Village. So, but then again, we'll point it out until whenever we get into the later parts of this playthrough. So, yeah, that's pretty much about that. And yeah, we got the Shine Sprite, while the giant watermelon was right next to me, so... yeah, I guess that's that. And I think we're pretty much gonna have to take a break on Gelato Beach from now on until later on, if we manage to able to actually not only try to able to actually access to not only for this familiar companion, but also all these 3 modes, or you know, with Rocket Nozzle and Turbo Nozzle. So because of that though, first things first, let's hit into this pipe down there. So basically though, this one is the fact that we need to slide ourselves all the way down to where the Shine Sprite is. So I think this one is easily the easiest in terms of the forms of those the sky-based levels like this, along with the forms of another one which takes place in Nuki Bay. Because of that though, we'll point it out whenever we get into that specific point. Oh god! Okay. I was expecting if I was trying to make it live and all that stuff, but luckily though, I've somehow done it. Although, I think, unlike any forms of how it does it on the GameCube version of this Let's Play back in 2020, you know what Sonic the Hedgehog has already tackled through, basically though, unfortunately though, he come across into his first death onto that particular obstacle course because, well, I get the feeling because of how in fact that maybe because he hasn't paid too much attention to. So anyway, so at least we've actually done that at the very least, so... And I suppose we should probably also need to take care of the forms of, actually before we double check on anything, we need to just grab a single coin, and that's pretty much all you have to do for the next mission. So because of that though, we'll just go ahead and talk to one of the peons that's actually standing on the rooftop, and then basically though, if you speak to him just like so, and then basically though, they'll toss us over like a chuckster, and basically it'll toss us straight into that inside the building and contain a Shine Sprite like so. So, easy and self-explanatory. In fact, most of the missions in the Delfino Plaza are, for the most part, self-explanatory, while some of them will be hellish to go through. Like, well, we've already tackled for the first few ones already, which are, again, like I said, self-explanatory and easy. Oh god, that Beyonder is on fire! Well, we'll try to sort him out until later. So, anyways, let's get into the actual boat. Oh, jeez. And you probably know what I'm gonna be going for, because we need to get into this worst one out of them all, though. And that's what appears to be... oh, the Spichiko Machine. Most people found this mission to be the most infamous, along with the forms of another one too, which appears to be by the forms of the Lily Pad Ride of Death kind of mission. And because of that though, yeah, this particular stage is not fixed at all, so because of that though, it's not usually a massive improvement. It's just basically the exact same problems I have from the likes of the original version of the game. So because of that though, yeah, there are a few times that if you mess this up completely, then, well, kiss your red coins goodbye. So yeah, that could be a nuisance. But luckily though, that I still got some extra lives there, but still, this is incredibly annoying, this mission sometimes, especially with all that, you know, kind of a glitchy physics and all that stuff, especially noticeable, like, you know, every time you get launched, you're forced to able to actually just go whichever directions you go to, so, but it's just the fact that you have to put up with it, so. Alright, so not doing too bad, all things considered for this point, so, but I do definitely know for the fact that, well, I think there's actually a strategy to this though, that is, might be something to do with the actual control itself. Like, I get the feeling that maybe it's like, I don't know how to explain this, but, basically, for example, if I was trying to able to aim on the left, far left of the side of the actual Pachinko board, basically though, I'll have to able to tilt my controller in a corresponding direction, like, I know you can't move around freely though, unfortunately, because you'll essentially be deadlocked on that particular launch kind of scenarios like this, so it's just the fact of the matter is though, is that you have to put up with like, oh wow, okay, I'm okay with that. But it's not over yet, because we need to get that Shine Sprite just on the dead middle of the board. So, oh jeez, that could be kind of scary, but we'll just have to go for it. Okay, no. Oh my god, that was close. I really refuse to able to actually restart that particular whole ordeal again if I somehow mess this up. Okay, let's try this again. And, well, that'll do. Don't glitch up. Okay, there we go. At least, thankfully, it did took me 2 tries on this, though. So, because of that, though, I am very pleased about this for myself. Although, I do definitely know for the fact that a lot of people technically does this mission on the first attempt sometimes, but it's just the fact that sometimes that the actual, the physics itself can be a bit stiff and wonky and jerky sometimes, especially noticeable. You always have to rely on that momentum. So, but thank God we got the second hardest mission out of the way. So just in case, I just want to get this over and done with. So, I suppose the next thing we can do is smashing all kinds of boxes, and you have to do this twice, by the way, in order able to actually just to get not 1 but 2 shine sprites all in one. So, yeah, get used to it for this point. So. Anyway, so a few things I want to explain for this point today, and that is the fact that today's day is of course the 10th of June today, in this case in 2022 today, so it looks like you get the feeling about the fact that, well, let's just get this underwhelming thing out of the way first, and that is the fact that, do you guys even remember the game called Duke Nukem Forever for the PlayStation 3? And Xbox 360 and PC. Well, unfortunately though, that particular game gets like an unhappy 11th anniversary since 2011 when it first came out. Because the reason why I say things like this is because, well, that game has a lot of negative reviews saying about the fact that, well, it's hard to explain because it's been donkey's years since I actually last watched several gameplay footage from the likes of Duke Nukem Forever, but I definitely heard of it, and it's not that very good. It's definitely not as good as the forms of the previous games, that's for sure. And especially noticeable, it doesn't help about the fact that, well, I believe that was back in the 2000s or something. They were really hoping for the next Duke Nukem game to be coming out for it, but unfortunately though, that has been delayed until a few years later, which I know it's hard to explain because, again, I never actually played. Although I used to play Duke Nukem Forever back in the day, well, at least specifically the demo version of the game, and it's not as good as I thought it was, so, yeah. But hey, on the upside is, though, is the fact that, during the forms of today, actually, that for those of you who ever watched the, you know, The Legend of Zelda A Link to the Past playthrough, that as far as what Pac-Man has already mentioned about this ever since then, that recently, that since this is the 10th of June today, so that means, yes, Mario Strikers Battle League Football for the Nintendo Switch has recently came out today. So, yeah, I'm very pleased to able to actually now finally get a chance to able to experience Mario football games again, except I can able to play the newest one on the go. So because of that though, yeah, about time actually. So either way though, that like what Pac-Man has already said, all it needs now is just basically a Mario baseball game, and that will be good to go for this familiar Mario Sports Qualology games from the likes of the GameCube era. Mind you, the only exception being is on the Wii, because obviously we didn't get a Mario Golf game on the Wii, because all we got instead, it was just basically, it's like a golf game made by I would say by the forms of a different kind of developer, although it's made by the same engine as in Camelot for some particular time. So in this case though, is the fact that I just want to classify that, because on the Wii, well, let's take a look back on the past few console generations when it comes to Mario sports games they have. Like, I'm not counting the forms of the simple names from the likes of the NES days or the Game Boy days. I'm just talking about the forms of what it has Mario's name on the title. So, like, you know what I'm saying. So, because basically, the N64 only got 2 of them, which are Mario Golf and Mario Tennis, and also the Game Boy Color also has 2 Mario Sports games, so that's that. And same applies to the Game Boy Advance as well, so meaning about the fact that we have Mario Golf Advance Tour and Mario Power Tennis, not to be confused, that's the same name as the console version. So either way though, or usually for Americans out there, they obviously call it a different name, which is Mario Tennis Power Tour. And Also, that we have, like I said, 4 of those Mario sports games for the Nintendo GameCube era. Well, not counting the forms of the actual cameo playable characters from the likes of several of EA games, ranging from the forms of NBA Street version 3, or V3, whatever you want to call it, and there's also SSX on Tour, that I don't usually count that, aside from the fact that Mario, Luigi, and Peach, all 3 of them are playable on those games, only on the GameCube version though, not on the PlayStation 2 or the Xbox, because obviously Mario games does not able to actually release on any other, like, well, non-Nintendo platforms like PlayStation 2 and all that stuff, because, well, the only time exception though is the forms of PC and this infamous Philips CDI, which, ugh, I still can't believe that console exists anyway, especially with how one of the worst Mario games that has ever existed is, of course, Hotel Mario, which I'm sure that most people already know about that. Come back here, what up, Mushroom? I need you! Oh, fine. I'm just gonna deal without you anyway. Besides, I've already able to actually got quite a few extra lives, so yeah, I don't think there's any point I can able to grab even more, so... Be that way then. Be that way. So, anyway, because aside from all that stuff though, it's just the fact of the matter is though, is that, you know, Nintendo always wants able to put in Mario on every Nintendo consoles out there, so, which I guess that makes sense, so, I digress. So, yeah, and for what I've played, the forms of Mario, anyway, I'll talk more about that in a second. So in this case, what was I? Oh yeah, you know, like I said, Mario sports games on the GameCube, like I said, has 4 of them, and same applies to Mario sports, Mario games on the Wii for sports titles also has, like, well, actually kind of think about it, if I want to decide to count the Olympic Games, I will classify for saying 7 of those sports titles for Mario games, because, well, you know, we've got Mario Strikers Charge Football, Mario Super Sluggers, despite the fact that it only came out in Japan and North America, not in Europe though, but luckily I still got Mario Super Sluggers on the American physical version on my American Wii, so I can able to get a chance to play it. Luckily enough though, because otherwise it'll be pretty hard to get right now. And also we've got Mario Power Tennis on the Wii, because it's basically like the Wii ports to the GameCube game. And also we have Mario Sports Mix, which is basically like a compilation of 4 of those Mario Sports games all into one game, which is obviously basketball and also dodgeball, volleyball, and finally hockey. So because of that though, yeah, that's quite a lot of sports on there. And also Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games and the Olympic Winter Games and London 2012 Olympic Games as well. So yeah, I guess that's that. And I believe there's only like 3 of those Mario sports titles from the likes of the DS front, such as, of course, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games and Olympic Winter Games as well. And there's also Mario Slam Basketball, aka Mario Hoops 3-on-3, on the North American country. So because of that though, yeah, I do apologize if my sniffing was involved on this part, because, well, for some odd reason I've almost got myself my runny nose, but luckily though, I still managed able to actually just to say that I'm still pretty much alright as it is. So anyway, and in fact, kind of think about it though, there's actually a trick you can do by able to actually access to Pianta Village from earlier on, but unfortunately though, I just don't seem able to actually just to get this working well enough. I know you're supposed to able to do the most advanced trick out there, but honestly though, every time I try that particular technique by simply able to explore through Pianta Village, but for whatever reason, I just never seemed able to work with me. So either way though, we'll just have to stick around with it, I suppose. So anyway, so we're not going to go into the Bowser submarine just yet though, because I get the feeling that since we've didn't exactly do that much though, I'm afraid, apart from the fact that, well, you know, as you probably already know, that I basically got distracted by the forms of trying able to carry certain fruits to that particular lady, you know, Pianta right there, so that they'll tell you to grab specific amount of fruits. Like, we've already done the bananas, and we've done the pineapples, and the next one is a, I would say like a coconut, so yeah, I think this is a coconut. and then eventually we'll do the hardest one out of the 4 of them, which is Durham, because, well, if you try to utilize the Durham, basically though, it acts like a football, so because of that though, you can't pick it up because it's all prickly and everything, so it makes it pretty obvious, because Durham fruits are like the prickliest fruit in the entire existence of the planet, so yeah, I guess that makes a little bit sense. So yeah, let's start to this Pianta here to get ourselves the blue coin. And if you're about to do it again, basically though, it just gives you a 1-up instead. So yeah, I guess that's super insufficient. So yeah, whenever I managed to able to, although before I mention more details about the forms of Mario Strikers Battle League Football, let's get to the forms of the 3DS Mario sports games they've got. I think there's only 5 of them, so in this case we have Mario Tennis Open, Mario and Sonic at the London 2012 Olympic Games, and Rio 2016 Olympic Games. It's completely skipping over the Winter Olympics entirely for Sochi 2014, because, well, there's only one version of that game, and that was the forms of that miserable flopped Wii U. But aside from all that stuff though, and there's also Mario Golf World Tour, and finally Mario Sports Superstars, which actually features not only the returning sports like tennis and golf, despite the fact that we've already got their standalone installment from not only for Mario Golf but also Mario Tennis game respectively, but also we have the football sport, which is basically like the watered down version of the Strikers games, basically. So because of that though, I have no idea why they just managed to simplify that game onto a, you know, the football game. Like, you know, next thing you notice is the fact that whenever you get the first 2 games like in a bit of an edgy attitude and stuff like that, which most people appreciated about this, for the actual change of tone, but for some reason in Mario Sports Superstars, they just keep changing the tone into its light-hearted tone. So, yeah, I just don't understand why. And also we have baseball on that compilation, despite this is a watered-down version of the Mario baseball games that we all know and love from the GameCube and the Wii days. So, unfortunately though, you can't move around the actual field, unlike the other 2 games. So, it's kind of unfortunate, honestly. And finally, the newest one of them all though is the horse racing, which I would say that's the original sport out of every single portions of the entire compilation, which for its time though, I enjoyed it, so yeah, I guess that's that. By the way, if we somehow managed able to open up that particular thing itself right there, my guess is that we'll able to automatically trigger the cutscene, which I'm probably not going to do that just yet until, let's just say until next Monday. So because of that though, I should probably save that particular scene until for later. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and accept that. Man, I just really wish if I was able to try to utilize the turbo nozzle to make everything else a lot more faster when it comes to able to, well, as you can tell, that I'm obviously going to be collecting the 100 coins as you can clearly see on screen. So because of that though, I know it is a bit tedious, but I'm just going to have to do one from now on until eventually later on I'll do even more. So ranging from every single world. So yeah, best of luck for me I suppose. So... And why does the music never pop up? Everything's muted. I mean, I swear the music isn't playing. Okay, that is kind of bizarre. Okay, so, yeah, it's kind of awkward without any music in the background. Like, I honestly have no words to see what really happens. But that was anticlimactic right there. For, you know, every time when I leave the sewer pipe segment, and then basically none of the music pops up. So, how weird is that? Okay, so I guess it's kind of like, I don't know, kind of similar, although we got music back up, so thanks to going back into the sewer pipe, and I somehow got banged with a bit of a massive knockback, for circumstances anyway. Alright, so let's see what's beyond right here. Just the 1-up. And yeah, if you manage to get the 1-up, then in addition to able to restore your health, it also gives you a 1-up and also fills up your flood tank already. So, good thing to know. Alright, so we're just have to able to double check on any other areas. Some of these areas I'm missing on. Now I'm pretty sure we've almost at the 100 coins mark already. Although, mind you, until when it gets to the point until later on, though, that some of those 100 coin missions can get rather tedious. So, just saying that right now. So, and something's worth mentioning is the fact that every time you collect 50 coins each, you get a 1-up. So, that's something you need to know. So, there we go. At least we're done with that. But we're not exactly going to collect the Shine Sprite just yet, though, because let me take care of this, the most annoying blue coin throughout in the Pianta, well, Delfino Plaza, for the sake of that Lady Pianta fruit gathering. That's, of course, the Durham, so, yeah, I just need to get that out of the way before we end off the video for the sake of time, so... Anyway, and on the Wii U, for the Mario Sports games, they've only got, like, let's just say 3 of them, so that's rather less. So, in this case, we have Mario and Sonic at the Sochi 2014 Winter Olympics, and also Rio 2016 Olympic Games, and there's only one major Mario Sports game on that system, which is Mario Tennis Ultra Smash, despite that particular Wii U system is a massive flop. So, at least luckily on the Switch, though, we're actually going to be getting quite a few Mario Sports games. Well, only, mind you, there's only like 4 of them. Like, we got Mario Tennis Aces, and also we have Mario Golf Super Rush, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020, and all the while though that, you know, they've somehow skipped the Beijing Winter Olympics this year, because I know for the fact that much like in Palo Jing from 2018, that's been made by a different game company, so at least it's on mobile, so yeah, I guess that's pretty much as far as I can say. And recently today, you know, like I said, Mario Strikers Battle League Football just came out, and what if I play it? I adored it, especially noticeable about the fact that, wow, I really enjoy the actual stadiums they added in, like 2 of those stadiums into one combination, so that's actually pretty cool. And the edginess to it I also do enjoy as well, especially noticeable, I really do miss that ever since about, well, let's say 15 years ago, since on the Wii. So yeah, I'm very glad the edginess attitude is now finally back. And on top of all that stuff though, we can now finally experience online play on the Nintendo Switch installment of Mario Strikers, which I guess is a huge plus. And also, I enjoyed the forms of how the fact that you can able to actually just to set up the regular characters into one team, as opposed to the fact that, well, I know for the fact that the sidekick characters are not usually playable now, just because, well, a different twist to the table or something like that. And, all in all, I just had a great time playing through Mario Strikers Battle League Football, or usually in America it just calls it, you know, Mario Strikers Battle League, rather than just having football on there, because, you know, between America and Europe, that obviously that in Europe always calls it football, whilst the forms of Americans basically just calls it soccer. So, because, you know, it makes sense to able to actually make things a little bit of a difference between any other regions for that matter, so yeah, I guess that's super obvious, so. But yeah, I suppose that's pretty much as far as I can say for this point today, apart from the fact that, well, like I said before, that I absolutely enjoyed this new Mario Strikers Battle League football game so far. In fact, I'm also able to actually play that during the summer so far. So because of that, though, along with the forms of how it does it from, well, I suppose we've only got about a month left until that Klonoa compilation games will be on its way too. No! Get back here, Duran! Naughty you. Naughty, you know, Duran. No wonder why these things are a pain to deal with. Alright, so hopefully this will be our second attempt for doing this. I think a simple spray will do. There we go. Oh, thank God that particular blue coin collectathon, for that particular Duran anyway, is done and over with. That was a bit of a pain, I'm not gonna lie. That is definitely a bit of a pain. So, anyway, so now we are done with that, and now let's go ahead and make our way to the Shine Sprite all the way over there, so we can able to actually now take a ride on those boats. So, although we have to be able to utilize the boat riding thing until we're able to actually access to one of our familiar companions, which I'm sure that most people already know what I'm going to talk about. So, yeah, we'll just have to save that for later, so. Oh boy. But anyway, 37 Shrine Sprites that we've now gotten, and, well, I suppose that's, we basically just almost done with the, almost every single portion of Delfino Plaza itself. In fact, let me double check on the actual Shrine Sprite table. So it looks like so far we've got 6 of those Shrine Sprites, including 7 from the likes of that particular 100 coin Shrine Sprite right there. So yeah, that's actually pretty cool throughout. So I believe what those circles represented in for that map, it actually shows you where the levels are. So yeah, that's super makes sense. So, and of course, we're able to revisiting back onto not only Bianco Hills, but also Record Harbor and Gelato Beach until specifically for later. So yeah, we'll save that up until whenever we get to the middle portion. Well, I would say almost, like, I would say in the halfway point of June. So yeah, I guess that's super sufficient on that. So anyway, so with that being said, we'll pretty much get out to endings up at this point right here, I'm afraid, guys. So join me next time for more of Let's Play of Super Mario 3D All-Stars while we play through Super Mario Sunshine. Is the fact that we'll investigate to see what that Bowser submarine is all about, and able to unlock the next world, which is Peanut Park. So I'll see you guys on Monday. Later, fellas.